At a community at LinksDAO. Up here on stage, we've got Jim Daly and Mr. Senor. Mike Dudas will be joining us here in a moment. Go ahead and tweet, share this space, and we will kick it off. Mike, welcome to the stage.
Thank you. That's Coop, right?
This is me. Yep.
Exciting. Really excited to be here today.
Glad you're here. So to kick things off, about 15 months ago to the day, you tweeted, "We're going to buy a golf course." I would love to hear, your thoughts at that moment, and where we've been, and what your thoughts are on LinksDAO so far.
Absolutely. Thanks a lot, and excited to chat about it. So, yeah, December 2021 feels like many lifetimes ago in crypto and golf terms. All the things that have happened in both of those industries and ecosystems over the past 15 months. It's really incredible, including what we've done at LinksDAO. But at the time, there was a lot of interesting stuff happening in terms of this notion of DAOs and being able to raise money from a global group of people towards a common goal. Constitution DAO had just raised a bunch of money with the effort of buying the Constitution. At the same time, there was some interesting stuff happening in terms of selling memberships in NFT form, or the right to purchase memberships in NFT form. Gary Vaynerchuk had Flyfish Club had launched earlier in December with the goal of a NFT membership to a restaurant in New York City. And so was talking with a few different folks, including folks in this group who are speaking today about, hey, how do we combine the best of those two things, the ability for folks to participate in fundraising towards a common goal globally, as well as utilizing an NFT as a form of membership, an ability to join a club, and where might we apply that? And I was fortunate enough to be talking about this in a couple private groups with folks who share similar interests to me, and one of those interests, and I think most of the folks on this call and listening in, are golfers, and golf is just such an integral part of so many people's lives. It's a game that many start playing from when they're very young and can literally play their entire lives until they're very old. So it's a game for all people, and it's the game of a lifetime. It's one of the few, if you look at professional sports, where you can actually participate regularly in the professional sport that you're watching, on Thursday through Sunday, unlike perhaps football and others. So, golf just felt like and basically golf and the way it was structured as of, late 2021, there's public courses for sure, but there was a lot, there were a number, and there still are a number of exclusive private golf courses. So, it felt like there was a problem and an opportunity. So an opportunity to perhaps launch a global golf community that anyone could participate in. So anyway, started middle of December, I think December 15th, maybe 2021, and said, hey, we're going to buy a golf course. And we rallied, Cooper, you, Jim, Adam, Greg Hill, Greg Egan, everybody who's up here speaking today literally rallied. And within, I think, 48 hours, every one of the people who's up here today was part of what we would call, sort of the founding team or the founding, membership. So actively contributing time to turn, this idea that we had into reality. So, I think Cooper, I basically begged you, I didn't know you before my original tweet went out. I begged you to set up a Discord that would be secure. In 24 hours, you did that. And we had thousands and thousands of people in that Discord within 24, 48 hours. We put a document into the Discord and said, hey, let's kind of try to come up with some ideas on, what the goals of this community will be. What will the rules be? What are our objectives? And just opened it up to the public. And I think we ultimately had over 1,000 people who contributed to that open document. And many of those ideas have made it into what this project has become. That was exciting, scary, thrilling for all of us. And in the 17 days from that tweet on December 15th, an incredible team came together, an incredible community came together to where on January 1st and January 2nd of 2022, we sold to a global audience permissionlessly membership, the right to, Links global membership passes. So anybody could purchase the opportunity to become part of the Links community. We were very clear, and we'll get into this later, about what that entailed and what the benefits were. And it was a resounding success. We were deeply humbled by it as the founding team. The community was instrumental in that. They believed in the mission, which the original mission was and is buy a golf course. And it's obviously grown into something even more remarkable, I believe, over the last 15 months. But in 17 days, we got there and basically were able to raise more than $11 million, earn the faith and trust of an incredible community who has supported us tirelessly over the past 15 months. And today, we have very little turnover in the NFTs, meaning people are very happy. Very few NFTs listed, meaning people are proud to and are holding these versus flipping them. They want to be a part of what we're building. And during that time, and I'm going to kick it over to my co-founder and the CEO of LinksDAO, Jim Daly. Jim and both our core team, as well as the entirety of both folks who are contributing as pod and other leaders, as well as the broader community of holders, has built something incredibly special, and I'm excited for Jim to go into more detail on that. So co-founder and the CEO of Links, Jim.
Thanks, Mike. I'm thrilled that everybody's in this spaces today, and we have a chance to kind of reflect on where we've come from and how far we've come in 15 months from a relatively simple concept into, right now, what each of us has as part of this community is the most valuable digital membership in the world of golf. And, that comes from the excitement that was originally generated in this project. I think everybody that's been here since the early days know that we sent shockwaves through the world of sports with this concept that all of us are so excited about. And we sent shockwaves through the media with this concept of, a group of people getting together and, going out and trying to accomplish a goal. And so, it started, from fairly humble beginnings, but then really started to grow at breakneck speed. Over the last 14 months, we have hosted multiple events, 125 folks in Austin, very, very early days, almost exactly a year ago today, 400 plus people at 5-Iron, who was one of our early strategic partners. We've struck amazing relationships with the likes of Callaway, Topgolf, Bridgestone, Bettinardi, 5-Iron, Chipsticks, Arcos, Golf Breaks, Holderness and Bourne, True, Club Glove, Full Turn, William Murray, and a bunch of other companies that are bringing discounts, value, and some really unique perks to our entire membership. We've also, because of all of these incredible things, we've also just grown our community, right? We haven't, up to this point, released any more membership passes. What we have done, though, is seen our Discord server grow to well over 26,000 folks. We've seen our Twitter following, crest 40,000. We see incredible growth across all of our social platforms because there's this concept that we came up with in the beginning of this project, that the best of what golf has to offer should be available to everyone in permissionless fashion. right? This is a modern club. This is a club of forward-thinking people, right? And we are all here together to evolve the game. I think a lot of companies out there say they want to evolve the game, but a lot of the time it's something they say, not something they do. And from day one of when this project started, we've tried to make golf more fun, more accessible, more democratic, and really grow and evolve the game. Right now, we've grown the team. We have this unbelievable team, everyone. We have, honestly, I've managed very large organizations, and in terms of a concentration of talent, this is the best that I've ever worked with. We have 15 folks working on this and delivering for the community every single day, from a mix of backgrounds. And I'm so proud of what this team puts out there, because it's 100% effort every single day, and you can kind of see it in the results and what we've driven to this point. Also, we think that, and we've kind of been out and talking to everybody about this from the community. We think that, our philosophy collectively is, like I said, to make golf accessible to everyone in a meaningful way, and not just in a, hey, be part of this club, but you're going to get extraordinary things as being a byproduct of this club and this community. So as you know, we're expanding our membership with a new membership tier, which we really want all of you to go to links.golf. Okay, take a look at it if you haven't, and share it with your friends. It's really important to our overall mission that we can grow this community, and continue to welcome new folks, new golfers, old golfers, anybody that wants to be part of something special and different. We want to welcome them with open arms. And then, of course, as we're going through all of this, we really had to learn about how the heck we're going to acquire and manage a golf course, right? So we have these great partnerships. We have this amazing growing community. We have so much momentum. We have an extraordinary team, but hell, we got to go out and buy a golf course. So I got to kick it to Bez real quick to talk a little bit about, how that journey's been for all of us over the last year plus.
Thanks, Jim. Yeah, I would say we definitely went from, I'd say, if you could know less than zero, I think we probably knew less than zero. We knew what a great golf experience was like as a consumer, but we really didn't know what went into that. We didn't know what went into, how to make a great golf experience on site. We didn't know how to acquire, a golf course. We largely didn't know how these courses would be valued. We didn't know how to source them, and we really had to get up to speed incredibly quickly. A huge thanks and testament to that sort of upskilling goes to our partners at Kemper. We got connected to Josh Lesnick very, very early on in this project, and Josh and Amish and Gene and Matt and the whole team at Kemper have been instrumental to us really understanding how to evaluate these properties and sites. And then, we got in touch with literally dozens of, golf course architects, almost all of them off of a cold email. And then some of them just literally put us on text message threads with other people that really should have had no business getting on the phone with us early on. A who's who of the top golf course architects in the world who have been on, phone calls with us and answering questions, and were instrumental in helping us think through, different sites that we were looking at, what was good, what was bad, how to improve them. And without all of those conversations, we never would have been able to, evaluate courses as quickly and as seamlessly as we have. And that's allowed us to look at, I don't know what the last count is, probably 90 plus opportunities at this point. We have 25 plus opportunities that we're still looking at in the United States. We, have been evaluating courses nonstop for the last 12 to 14 months. And so, we are really excited about all the progress that's been made, and, going to continue to lean into these relationships to, accelerate it going forward.
Thanks, Bez. Yeah, as Bez mentioned, I think everybody is very well aware of, our pursuit of Spey, which I'll get into in a moment. But this has not slowed our effort in U.S. courses at all. And we see that there's some really great opportunities out there. And ultimately, as many of you have heard me say before, we would love to grow our Links network of courses to 10 plus courses by 2030, right? So we're just at the early stages of something really new and special when it comes to on-course golf. And actually, when it comes to on-course golf, One of the other benefits that we just brought out, which so many people are already taking advantage of and signing up for, is for our global members, free access, meaning now you can access and pay a guest fee at over 450 private clubs in the United States. Like really unprecedented access to private golf as a byproduct of being a Links member. But this being a really incredible benefit for our community, we still needed to focus on the core mission at hand. And then through our community was sourced this opportunity at Spey Bay, a historic links course on the coast of Scotland, built in 1907, that has had royalty as part of its membership. It was developed by one of the preeminent Scottish architects, who was one of the best Scottish players to ever play on professional tours. It has 12 holes on the water. That's part of this really incredible small Scottish village in the north. And we said, well, we have not looked at a single golf course outside of the US, but this is something that we should at least explore a little bit. We started to explore it. We started talking to a lot of the top architects out there, the top agronomists out there. We started talking to the RNA about it. We started talking to a bunch of our members that are in Scotland about it, saying, do we know this, or do you know this place? What are your thoughts? And overwhelmingly, the reaction was excitement and positivity, right? An extremely special site. Links golf courses in Scotland on the water do not come up very often, especially not ones with room to grow in terms of adding new routings, new holes, things of that nature. And just an incredible upside in terms of, if you put investment into it, you can get an incredible product out of it. So we brought this out to the community and to the membership and said, let's discuss. And there were days of, I think, incredibly enthusiastic debate. Should we buy this course, or should we bid on this course? Should we not bid on this course? Here's the reasons why. Here's the reasons why not. And after days of debating, it was put up for a vote. And I think that it was incredible to see the overwhelming positivity and excitement from our membership that they wanted us to put a bid in for this course. It was about 88% was yes, put a bid in on Spey Bay. We think that this can be an incredible, special place for us, for our community, and frankly, for the modern golf club, the most technologically advanced and forward-thinking golf club, which the Links Golf Club is. To own a piece of history in the birthplace of golf, I think is extremely special. So we put the bid in. Very quickly, Chris Bruce went out and made a visit on site, because we didn't feel comfortable with putting a bid in unless we had spent a couple of days there. We had met some key folks in the area. We also had a lot of help from our advisors in the area, kind of golf course architects and things of that nature, to really drill down into what this course is, to give us a level of comfort that a bid was the right idea. So Chris, who's really been an absolute star in this process, goes out there, comes back, confirms what we already know, that this is a really special site that could be a really extraordinary place and be something that's very, very special for our community. And so we put the bid in, we waited, we heard back that, our bid was very well received. A lot of folks, they had already informed that they were not going to be moving forward with their bids. And what I'm really excited to tell you all now is, after a lot of back and forth, after hiring solicitors, Scottish solicitors, after hiring, our agents in the UK from a real estate perspective, from a law firm perspective, to make sure everything is buttoned up, we were the winning bid at Spey Bay. We're in an exclusive period. And we are anticipating that we will be closing on this property and the owners of Spey Bay within the next 3 weeks to a month. So this project started as, we are going to buy a golf course. At this moment in time, it's exactly what we are doing. We are buying a golf course. So I want that to sink in for everybody. It's taken an extreme amount of hard work to get to this point, not only in the whole project, but also on this specific opportunity. Adam and I will be going out to Scotland this weekend to have another meeting with the owner, to have a meeting with the head greenskeeper, and then a few of our potential architects, agronomists, and partners. And I want to impress that this is not a done deal yet. There's a diligence process that is going on right now, but assuming that that diligence process is smooth, like I said, we're in exclusivity period, and all parties are really pushing to close this as soon as possible. So I think it's one of the most exciting moments in this project. I'm so excited for our membership and our community. This is an example of what can be done in this space if you focus on driving maximum value, real life value to your community, to your membership, and focus on delivering and over delivering every single day, which is exactly what this team does for you. So there will be, more information as we move towards towards the close. But it's an extremely exciting time for our project. One other thing I do want to mention, because I know this question will come up. So we're still finalizing what the membership offering will look like. If you're a Links member and you're going to be interested in joining Spey Bay, then you're going to have to be doing it in our Clubhouse, so clubhouse.linksdao.io. So if you don't already have, a profile there, go sign up right now so you can get ahead of what's going to be a pretty extraordinary membership rush. But we can't wait to close on this property. We can't wait for all of you to visit this property. And we can't wait to announce our first event, which will probably be happening for our community sometime in the June timeframe in Northern Scotland at a historic Links course that will hopefully, should all the due diligence go as we plan, be owned by Links.
Amazing news. Thank you guys so much. I am so excited. We're buying a golf course. Happy to take a couple of questions here before we wrap things up. Just a reminder, if you want to get involved with this process or do anything else, get involved with the community, join the Discord, sign up for emails on the website, and we will have a lot going on. The requests are piling in here. Let's get these folks up on stage. All right. Bucks, can you hear me?
I can. What's going on, guys?
There we go. Right. Got two more connecting, but you can go first.
How exciting is this? Holy 15 months. This is amazing. First off, incredible job, team. I know the amount of work that everybody has put in over the last year and a half, just really, really incredible and really impressive, to be honest. And so for my questions, course specific, assuming everything goes smoothly and we do acquire it, would be, after consulting a number of people, how much work do we expect needs to be put into the course, either for restoration, upkeep, initially, even clubhouse wise, or do we really think the course is just ready to roll as is?
Bez, you want to take this one?
Sure. I mean, the course is playable. They have members. There are people there. When Chris Bruce flew over there, I guess 3 weeks ago, there were people out there playing. Jim and I intend to tee it up and play some this weekend. That being said, in conversations with a number of architects who have honestly just been helpful paying it forward, frankly, there's a belief that just improved maintenance will elevate this site significantly, and that doesn't amount to even starting to move dirt. It just means restoring some green edges, mowing lines, sharpening some bunker edges, taking out some gorse. This doesn't amount to pushing up greens, moving tee boxes, etc. That being said, we do intend to undertake I'll call, not insignificant amount of work to make this place really, really special and sort of bring it up to the level that a site like this really deserves, and a course that stands apart from every other standard 18-hole, 7,000 yard from the tip championship golf course in Scotland, and something that we feel like is going to be wholly differentiated from the great run of courses that are along the northern part of the country. So long-winded way of saying it's good. It's going to be getting a lot better very soon, and we think it'll be great by, this time or springtime next year.
Fantastic. Thanks, man. Yeah, the real estate looks special, and that's the important piece. And so appreciate the time and answering that.
Yep, no problem.
Thanks, Bucks, for being a day one supporter. Appreciate you. Michael, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hey, welcome to the stage.
Thanks for having me. I just, I've known Jim in this project for a long time. I just wanted to say congratulations, guys. It's really awesome to see you guys really setting an amazing, foundation for what membership groups can do when they come together around their passions and build these kind of communities and then try to interact from the digital into the physical. And I just wanted to say thank you for being here, and thanks for putting this all together, and thanks for being the engine behind all of it. And my tiny question would be is, do you guys have plans for the food and drink at the clubhouse, and how you guys want to make that magical? Because Jim knows I'm a bit of a cook.
Michael, thanks for that, man. Very much TBD. Very much TBD. It's the place has a very good sized clubhouse, recently built. Could use a little, I think, design and style. But golf in Scotland tends to be a heck of a lot less flashy and formal than golf in the U.S. But one thing's for sure, when the time comes, we're going to need to, have some really special food and beverage there. So something to talk about, a little bit down the road.
I can't wait to see what you guys are doing. I love this idea of improving through maintenance, and I can't wait to see the magic that just the polishing of this course comes to, and I can't wait to play it. So thanks again, guys. I can't wait to hear the rest of the questions, and congratulations again.
Do one or two more questions here, and then we'll wrap it up. Chris, can you hear me?
Hey guys, congratulations to the team for successfully getting the first golf course. Two-part question. The first part is, financially, are there any details that are able to be revealed at this time as to how much the course would cost and how much improvements would cost? And my second question is, in regards to those improvements, which architect are you leaning towards working with to improve the course? Thanks again.
You got it. Yeah. So at this point, we can't comment on anything financially because the deal is not closed yet. Once the deal is closed, it'll all be part of public record. But right now, we're still in a diligence period. We haven't closed the contract, so we're not able to kind of discuss finances. I'll say that as one really interesting thing relative to kind of Scottish link style courses, the agronomy there, how much rain they get, how well they tend to drain because they're on shingle or they're on sand. The upkeep on those types of courses is orders of magnitude less than golf courses, say in warmer climates in the US, or desert courses, or frankly any golf courses in the United States, to be honest. So we think it'll be a really good, efficient operation with a really good product. And then I'll kick it to Bez for architects. Maybe you could address that a bit.
Yeah, we've been fortunate that, a bunch of people that have provided advice and feedback have, said that they actually are interested in working with us on the site. We haven't picked one architect to work with at this point. I'd say it's something that we're very focused on getting to a conclusion by over the course of the next couple weeks or so, because we do want to hit the ground running and make the improvements on the maintenance front, and that's only going to happen in concert with a great partner. And we're fortunate that we've only really been speaking to, frankly, like the best in the business, people that have top 100 US and top 100 global golf course credits and attribution to their name. So we're fortunate that people have been, frankly, helpful to us out of the kindness of their heart very early on in this project, and we've been able to build those relationships and nurture them over the last 15 months.
D-Gen.
Yo, you guys hear me fine?
Loud and clear.
Hey, congrats. Big freaking thing for the space, and been holder since Mint, so really love it. I don't know if you guys announced, but is there going to be like a closing period where you can to go play? Would I be able to? And I might have missed the beginning of the call where you guys discussed that.
Yeah, we're intending on keeping the course open until we start renovations, and then depending on what those renovations are. I mean, at all point in time, the ideal scenario is that as much of the course is open as we can have, right? But yeah, if you were to go out there in a couple months, it surely would be open. Yes.
Okay. And then like mostly like say even like a month from now, is that something crazy to be like it's still in their possession? I would imagine it's a public course, or is it private right now?
So it's there's a membership and it's public right now. So you could go out and play it, and we're hoping that in a month's time. Again, we're hopeful. You never know how these transactions go from a timing perspective, but we're hopeful that the transaction will be closed by then.
And for anyone, I'm not sure if you guys also said anyone on the stage was somebody I saw on Discord was playing the course. Is anyone on here the ones that had played it?
No, nobody up on stage right now. The Chris Bruce has gone and visited it, and Bez and I will be out there and play, at least a portion of it this weekend to get a sense for it. And as we're, visiting with some architects, agronomists, and meeting with the owner.
All right. Yeah, I'm not trying to take up a lot of time, but I just was also, last question is like, how are the greens, or do we know, like, are they just like fire out there, like 13, 14 stimp kind of thing? Or are they, rolled down a little bit because it's so windy probably?
Bez, you want to take that one?
Yeah, I don't know what the greens are running at. My guess is they're probably not at 13 or 14. My guess is they're probably at, a 9, 10.
Congrats, though. Awesome. I hope it
Thanks,
all
guys.
goes.
All right, we've got a request from one of the heroes of this process. Welcome to the stage, Chris Bruce.
Hey guys, y'all hear me all right?
Yes, we can.
Cool. Yeah, I figured I could talk to that last question a little bit, since I did visit a couple weeks ago or whenever it was. Mentioned this on a previous podium, I think, but it's maybe the saddest part of this entire process that I didn't actually get to play while I was over there, because we were ultimately, or I was just too busy doing, diligence, meeting with the owner and all of that, getting our bid in. But, to your questions, I obviously took a very good look at the turf, the grounds, the greens, and everything else. I think, I guess your specific question, I don't think the greens are running at a 13 or 14 or anything. I'd say that's probably, not even standard necessarily for a lot of the courses in the area. But, you mentioned that some of this you may have seen like in the Mulligan or, some of the other podiums that we've put out. Like ultimately the course has great land, great bones. A lot of the green sites are, I'd say incredibly interesting, really well done. At the same time, there's clearly a lot of upside, right? Which is why we're so interested in the course to begin with. So, typical things that happen to courses, the greens, flatten out a bit, shrink a bit, so on and so forth. So like, Adam mentioned before, we think there's a lot of kind of low-hanging fruit, if you will, to, improve conditioning, improve the maintenance of the course a bit, actually up-level it quite a bit, and then ultimately, we'll look to do some renovations and so on. But, ultimately, really cool course today, really great land, can play it today. I think it's a lot of fun to go play today, but we'll just be making it even better.
Thank you for that, Chris. We've had a friend that's just been unable to get on stage so far, Depressive Hacks, who's typing the question in Discord, and then we're going to wrap it up here. But really appreciate everybody coming out today, all the hard work of the team, our incredible community, which I cannot state highly enough how grateful I am to wake up every day and chat and take part with each and every one of you. Just been an incredible period of time. we're gonna get this question in here, but yeah, it's a great day. We're buying a golf course. U.S. course acquisition process continues. The ball keeps rolling. Launching the third tier of membership. It has been a crazy good week for Links, for Web3, and for golf, I think. So, Depressive, if you can hear me, go ahead and hit enter wherever you are on that message you're typing out, and we'll wrap it up here after that. Any other closing words, Mike, Jim, Adam?
Thank you, everybody, for your faith in us. Over 15 months, in this world, that seems like a lifetime. But the support truly spurred the core team to great success, and really was so instrumental in us being able to successfully do this.
Yeah, I can't echo that enough. What Mike said, community and all of you have been so instrumental in the progress of this project, and will continue to be. And one other thing is, I just want to say a big thank you to the stage, because we're still only in the beginning of this project, right? This thing is, we have incredible things to achieve, and we have, incredible aspirations, for what this can be. And I just want to say a real significant, heartfelt thank you to the folks in the core team working on this project every single day, putting everything that they have into the project, trying to deliver as much as they can for our incredible community. Because none of this would be happening without those sensational, dedicated people. So we're so excited to continue this journey with everyone, and we'll update you guys as we have more information on Spey and the efforts for the US courses. Thanks again.
Thanks, everybody.